Hey, how's up, friend? Welcome back to our Dislyte video. This is gonna be a pretty short video. Now I like to do these once in a while whenever a new Esper comes in the wish pool. And finally, a new Esper is here. It's called Cang Ji, right? I think we all know about him by now. So this is gonna be a short video on giving my own opinion on whether you should pull for Cang Ji or not. Now, this is gonna be a very first impression opinion, so do not have to take it by heart. Like, of course, some Espers, they appear to be very underwhelming, but then they perform like crazy in certain team compositions. In the future, they may even get like buffed. So nothing is like set in stone, but this is gonna be a basic structure of to decide for you if you want to really benefit from getting Cang Ji, right? So first of all, let's take a look at his skills in detail. All right, there we go. He's Cang Ji. No, the interesting part is he's Inferno Element, so automatically he screams pretty weak against stuff like Ashley, right? And like I think he's just susceptible to cleave, in my own opinion, because cleavers are usually Gaius, and Gaius is gonna have an elemental advantage over him. Then there's gonna be like even same elemental cleavers like Li Ling. I think in good Chloe's can cleave him. I think the real benefit you would get out of Cang Ji will be only in PvP because I just want to keep it first up. Like, this is only a PvP Esper. This is not a really good PvE based Esper. Like, you're not gonna get much value out of him in PvP PvE content. In PvP only, I think that too, like in certain team compositions. Basically, he's kind of like an anti-tank support, right? Because he has all the utility that he does, and he also deals true damage, basically equal to 5% of enemies' max HP. So this, all the true damage, all the max HP base damage, it does not work against bosses, right? So that's why I'm saying he's not good for PvE. He's only good for PvP, right? So first skill, again, he has a better defense scaling, as you guys can see. In all of his skills, majorly you will see 80% defense, 20% attack. Here also 25% attack, 55% defense. This is just a simple supportive skill. There's no damage here. Wait, actually there. So here it's only 50% of his own defense. So as you guys can see, he's pretty decent. He's pretty solid. Like, of course, there's going to be counters to him, such as like anti-defense heroes like Bandina and stuff in the arena. But he's a pretty niche pick in the arena. And honestly, me personally, I'm gonna pick myself one copy of Cang Ji. Now I could potentially take him to R2 because I have 300 wish stones, but I don't want to invest so much of my hard-earned wish stones into him. Because honestly, the PTR server, as well as like the general community reaction, he seems pretty underwhelming in performance. But I'm relying on his ability to be like an anti-tank. So basically his third ability, right? This is very interesting. Selects one ally and triggers mirror effect. Basically raises his own HP percentage to the level of the non-boss enemy, basically the enemy Esper, with the highest percentage. And I mean, this ability that screams like yin yang, right? Like, suppose if an enemy is like at 100% HP and you're like at almost, your Esper is like almost dying. Supposedly, I think he can work really well with Ollie, because Ollie has that passive where she can protect one Esper from dying. Also, I'm interested to see if this guy can work with Hyde, because essentially with Hyde and Ollie, like both of their passives, and this Cang Ji's third ability, I think you have to kill Hyde 3 or 4 times, guys. So I don't know, I'm interested to see how this guy will play out in tank meta. Personally, I also think he's kind of anti-Hyde, right? Because not only does he do these debuffs, so debuffs obviously do not affect Hyde at all, because Hyde cannot be stunned, and everything, but Hyde, his AP can be lowered. And if you guys can see, if the enemy is not stunned by this effect, dispels one buff and has a 100% chance of inflicting minus 20% AP. And he also scales with speed. His second skill scales with speed. Like, this is all I wanted. Like, this is like the perfect support tank, in my opinion. Now, of course, this is nothing is set in stone, as I previously said. This is just my general overview of the Esper. And honestly, I think he's pretty decent. Like, he even has this 30% ally leader skill, which is pretty crappy, honestly. I don't think this is worth it, but yeah, the rest of his skills, I do think he's decent, like especially like the disease debuff. Like he's kind of anti-heal, but then again, like you have all of these Ahmed and shit. Ahmed doesn't give a fuck about diseased. But yeah, the true damage on all of his skills and the percentage max HP based damage, it really makes me think he's kind of anti-tank right now. The damage, the actual damage that he does, it's pretty crappy. I have seen it work. I don't think it's enough to per se say he's like a DPS, but yeah, he's kind of like an anti-tank support, right? I think that's where we can qualify it like as an anti-tank support. I don't think he's DPS at all. Yes, he does like decent consistent damage, but you know, 5% of max HP, it's not that good, honestly. If you look at it, like 5% max HP, like players heal that much, like more than that, like with Clara's first skill. But you know, it's a new type of unit. Honestly, I like it. I like his design. I think somewhere people said he's 37 years. He does not look 37 at all. Like, what the hell is Lilith thinking, bro? But yeah, that's all my opinions. So if you guys are really wanting of a PvP supporter who can like potentially go good with your team comps, such as with Hyde, with Ollie, honestly, potentially even what's that chick? Who's a guy? I think Jin Yao, because she's anti-CC. So I mean, you know, there's a lot of combinations you can try, but me personally, I might go for him. I'm still not sure if I want to invest 100 wish stones, because keep in mind, guys, the next espers are already here, like kind of like here, right? Because there's the divine support event. Me personally, I'm choosing Embla. She just looks awesome. Ethan really doesn't vibe with me as much. But yeah, I think there's like 20, like there's obviously, I think there's like close to 95% chance Embla is gonna be the next Esper, and honestly, she just looks badass. Like she looks badass. She's a fighter. You know, a fighter is like quote unquote DPS nowadays in Dislyte. So yeah, I'm potentially saving for her more than I would like care for Cang Ji. But yeah, that's my honest take on it. I think you guys should like check out other videos on by other content creators who might possibly have seen him in action. You can decide for yourself if his utility and damage is enough for you to invest your 100 wish stones, because keep in mind, 100 wish stones is a lot. It's potentially 5 legendary espers. So I do not want you to waste it like on a esper that you will probably never use unless like you're a PvP fan, right? Die-hard PvP fan. But yeah, also keep in mind that RTA is starting pretty soon. I think in like 3 or 4 days. So yeah, you might see this guy in RTA in your team comps, right? But yeah, just a friendly reminder. Hope you guys are doing great in your life. I'll possibly meet you in the next video. Yeah, peace.